Hello there.
Hello there.
Long time.
Now you go. Now you go, Sebastian. Do your.
Well, it was supposed to be
best.
General Kenobi, and then I was going to be like the third one out. And
Oh yeah, Mike ruined it. Yeah.
No, I thought we were just doing our best Ewan McGregor impressions.
hello there.
Hey.
Did I sound that good where you thought we were doing Ewan McGregor impressions?
No, but I just assumed that you were being bad at it. Got him.
Wow. I mean, I'm not really generally that good at impressions anyways, so there's a couple I can do halfway decently, but
it feels like we were just here just yesterday.
Does it?
No, it doesn't. In fact, earlier when I asked when was the last episode we did, it wasn't when was the last episode we did with Sebastian. I didn't care about that. I couldn't remember when the last episode we did was.
Oh, yeah. Well, maybe it's because we did 2 weeks in a row, and then we did the normal.
Yeah. Our schedule was off. Now it feels weird.
But now the question is, celebration is next week. Do we wait the full 2, or do we do like a bonus coverage next Friday if we have depending on when we get revealed?
More like celebration. Am I right? Am I right?
Facts.
Star Wars celebration.
That's what they should change it to.
So, I feel so. What I methed out because I think the Hasbro panel's on like Friday or Saturday morning. Is it Friday morning or Saturday morning in Japan? Which
Hopefully
makes it like
Friday.
the night before here. So I think it's Thursday night is the. I think it's like Thursday night at like 7:00 my time or something like that.
Okay, so that means maybe we can record next Friday on the 18th.
We could. I mean, it's an option.
Yeah, we don't have to. We can just do like a.
Again, these are the perfect time to figure this out is
next
now week. while we're recording. but it's evident. It's prevalent, and yeah, you're right.
So I guess we'll just have to figure out when they're doing theirs for sure. But we'll be in talks. But I guess hello Patreon members. Thank you all for being Patreon members.
Oh yeah, hi guys.
Yeah, now that we said thank you to them.
It's just Plevo, actually.
Well, we got to go ahead and get into the main episode because we're in a time crunch tonight. So, Sebastian, we're going to kick you out, and we'll bring you back in a couple minutes.
Sure.
hold on. I'm having toy malfunctions.
Oh, sorry, Sebastian, you're back. Sebastian, you're back.
No, I'm good now.
Okay,
Kick him out.
All right, he's gone. What, are you back to malfunctions?
Yeah. I'm good. No, everything's falling over. Oh my God. Why am I like this? Why am I like this? Let's just start.
Yeah. Do you want to start it? Or do you want me to start it?
I'll start it. I'll start it.
You just might as well just go ahead and restart it now since I interrupted you.
Yeah, I'll start it. Hi there. You're listening to Black Series Cantina, which is not one of the top 100 toy podcasts on some random list that some people talk about.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that.
But you're listening to us, and we are a toy podcast, and you're listening to the 93rd episode we've done. Is that right? 93 already?
Episode 93. Yeah.
Crazy. Well, you're in for a treat because I'm Mike, and with me is my co-host Zach for Black Series Cantina.
How's it going? And it's crazy that we're not a top 30 or 50 or 100 toy podcast whenever we're on the top of the Apple charts for US and Ireland and England.
I just felt like within, like, I'm surely not top 10. I could even see not being top 50. I could see that, but not top 100.
Top 50 with the numbers we get. I mean, it just seemed AI generated anyways. I mean, there were podcasts on there that haven't done episodes in 2 years. It's just, yeah. And also, if it goes by social following, like the Black Series Cantina Instagram page has over 6,000 followers now. So
it's true. It's true.
Yeah, but
it's wild. It feels like we're purposefully being left out at this point. They're like,
maybe it's because we don't have the word toy in our description, do we?
No, we don't. But we have Black Series. It's a toy line.
Yeah, but
like I feel like that's good enough.
I feel like since we don't have the word toy in there,
should we change our podcast name to Black Series Toy Cantina?
Well, I mean, like in the description of it, maybe because maybe whatever algorithm they're using to grab it, it doesn't.
Oh, it didn't.
Okay, it doesn't find that keyword. It's like a keyword type deal.
Yeah, I'll go look at the.
We're gonna jump from 0 to all the way up to like number 3 on the charts.
Right.
Watch number 14 on the charts.
I'll boost up that sweet SEO to get us all the way to the top, baby.
Absolutely.
Do that in my voice, my best narration voice. Anyways, we have an episode. We have a guest. We have things, but as always, thanks to our Patreon members, who some of which who are watching us right now. Mostly Pletho, who's always there and ready to get down.
Yeah, so if you want to help us out on Patreon, that's patreon.com/Black Series Cantina. There's a tier for every budget. If you want to do the VIP hangouts with us, which we did one last week, you join the VIP tier. They're open for everybody, so you can do that. They're a great time. They're always a lot of fun. But let's go ahead and get to our guest because he's got a hard out time, so we got to get through this intro real quick. Sebastian, Karelian Collectibles, second time in making a podcast appearance. Thank you.
I am back. Yeah, thanks for having me again.
So how has collecting been for you lately?
It's been good. I mean, especially with this last week, when we jump into the news and the fine editions and everything, I feel like it was, that slump that we always get the first couple months, and then you get hit. And March and April have been really good so far. So
it's been a deluge of toys. Yeah.
It absolutely has been.
I just went on a trip for a week, and my father-in-law was feeding my cats, and he's like, every day, Mike, every day I came to your house, there was always packages on the front door for you. And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's not normally like this, but it kind of is this week. I don't know. It's crazy.
Make sure he's there to sign for the dragon when it shows up.
Oh, my dragon's going to Illinois, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There you go. But
all 3 of those giant boxes.
Yeah. But while you brought up fine editions, so I say let's go ahead and jump into them.
Fine addition to my collection.
All right, guest goes first. So Sebastian.
Sweet. Okay. I didn't post about my first one just because it was one of those ones that I got because I wanted it, but I wasn't proud that I got it, I guess. And it was the Clone Commando and B1 2-pack from Amazon.
Nice.
I thought the B1 looked really cool because it's like, you know, the training targeting battle droid type.
Yeah.
But the commando, I mean, it's on the hunter body and like the color scheme is all right. But at this point, I think I've resigned myself to the fact that if they're going to make commandos, they're not going to make a new body for it. So
yeah,
this is as good as it's going to get. Because it's not a terrible figure. It's just, you know, not bulky. But yeah, I didn't even post about it. That's how disappointed I was. I don't even know why I bought it. If that's the case, I bought it. I put them on my shelves. I'm like, I'm not going to talk about you guys. So
I don't even want to talk about this.
I mean, it's a good hunter figure. Is it a good Republic Commando figure? You know, that's up for debate.
Well, and I feel like that was one of those things that they had to pitch to them anyway. You know, they got the hunter body, and you know, there's probably a higher up saying, okay, you want to make them, you got to reuse that. We're not making a brand new mold for Delta Squad. So, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I did get, which I was thrilled about. I know there was a lot of back and forth with this one. It's another 2-pack, but my Hasbro Pulse order did come in on Tuesday with the Shadows of the Empire 2-pack, which I'm overly joyed about because
it's crazy we're getting that. It's just crazy.
It is.
It's absolutely bonkers. Yeah.
I mean, growing up in the 90s and like Shadows of the Empire, Dark Forces, that's all I had because I wasn't huge into the books and everything. So that was my Star Wars in between. So the Luke is great. I mean, the head to me just doesn't look like him, but he's going to be one that I'm keeping the helmet on the whole time. But the Leia is
Imperial Guard is what you did.
I bought an Imperial Guard. Yeah. That's all that was. The Leia is a great improvement. Now, one thing about me is I'm a one and done person for like all of my characters. I don't army build. If it's a distinct look, then I'll get it. But like with Bouche Leia, I already had the archive one. And if I see something that's going to be coming out and it's an improvement, I don't care what the improvement is. If it's going to look better, I get rid of the old one. So
yeah,
just looking at the face from the promo images, I mean, if we look at that, I mean, it's 1,000 times better.
Mm-hmm.
So
the face is a huge upgrade, and the helmet is actually a new sculpt on that Leia, which is, and the paint is so much better. Like you can actually see detail on that brown and maroon part at the top, which is pretty incredible. The silver looks a lot better, like the metal pieces on the helmet. It's a pretty big upgrade they did. It just looks so much higher quality. It's got kind of like a, I don't know if you can see it, but like a copper wash on the sides as well, kind of like, I guess the best they can do with the weathering. That didn't have it on the old one either. So again, it's an improvement. So anytime there's going to be an improvement, I'm going to be all for it. Oh yeah, it's not a direct repack. And I was weird when I saw the thermal detonator was silver instead of all gray. That kind of that made me thrilled too. But you know, yeah. You see, it's the small details like that that make Black Series, you know, shine. But then we get the Savage Oppressed lightsaber hilt, and it's like, really, on a deluxe figure, this is the hilt we get. Yep. And then I happened to stumble into Walmart out of the blue, and I managed to find that end cap that everybody's talking about. So the next couple are going to be from that. Now, my Walmart never gets anything ever. I'm always the last one to see things in stores. So this was just it was a fluke happenstance. We were picking my son up from school, and I'm like, can we just swing by? Let me just look. And I had no expectations whatsoever. I'm walking down the main aisle. I'm like, I'm not gonna find anything. And then I rounded the corner, and I was like, holy shit, it's right there. And it was untouched. Everything was there. So I usually order online, and just being able to walk into a store kind of brought back, like, you know, I was never big on the thrill of the hunt like we were talking about before the show. But man, just being able to see that, having figures on the shelf that were brand new that I was looking for, I don't know, it did something. And
it's an experience you don't get very often anymore.
No, it's not. Yeah, it's not. And I was particular about it. I did sit there for a couple minutes comparing to make sure I did get the best looking one for each one. But I don't know which one to start off with. I guess I'll start off with this one. So I did pick up the Cassian Andor in the, I guess it's pronounced Cyanar test pilot outfit.
You know what's wild? Like, we were just talking about these figures like a
couple weeks ago.
Yeah. Like, these are brand new reveals just a few episodes ago. Yeah.
Well, and what's cool for me, just because I think about this stuff, the last time I was on the show, we were talking about the pipeline from SDCC, and it was Anakin, Rex, Moff Gideon, and the Praetorian Guard. And now here it is. I got to come back, and I have them in hand. So it was kind of like that.
Yeah, we actually planned it out perfectly like that.
Yeah.
So
that was all planned. Yeah.
Yep.
But this Cassian, it seems to be, I don't know if it's the same pattern or not, but it seems like there's only one that they're packing in this end cap, this shipper or whatever. But I said it about the last Cassian. This one is probably the best head scan we've got of him now.
It does look really good.
And the helmet fits really nice too.
Is yours going to be on the shelf as a Cassian, or is it going to be a TIE fighter pilot?
Just like this, TIE fighter pilot, helmet on. I have Cassians on the shelf.
So do you have a Rogue One Cassian to where that would be a head swap for the old one, like a shittier version, and then you just put the helmet on the bad one?
I don't know. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it. It looks like this might be the same face as the one that just came out, but the hair is different, so it's kind of swooped to the side a little bit. I think and I can't work with my camera here to make the helmet fit on properly. So I'd have to be, I don't know, a little daring to see if maybe like the original release can fit the helmet or something like that. But I don't know. We'll have to see. I mean, it's good. I'm bathtubing over this one because I have no idea what he's going to do in the show in this outfit, but it looks cool. So I had to grab it.
I love that you referenced bathtubing. That's 100% the collector I am too.
That's what it was. What it was. I guess I'm going in order of most excited or least excited to most excited with this wave, but this was the next one that I grabbed. I only grabbed one of the Praetorian Guard. I don't army build. One's enough for me. I was trying to look at this, comparing it to like the other First Order parts that we have from the Praetorian Guard, and I saw, I think Zach, you commented that they updated the thighs to not have the thigh swivel, but then they'll use the knees. Yeah. That, I mean,
it's wild. It's so weird.
It's like they went out of their way, and then we're like, how can we make this worse? How can we make this more inconvenient for the person who's going to buy it? It's like, so it saves us on the piece count, for the leg, and it is what it is.
And I mean, they still have to make a new leg part. It's so weird.
Yeah, it's like just feels like they're going backwards on the no thigh swivel thing.
This is what they did with the Leia, the new Leia.
Well, the thing I think about is like mainline normally gets the most of the budget apparently, but when you look at it, the only two that are absolutely brand new are Gideon and Cassian. Krennic is just an updated photo reel.
Yeah. Reused.
Rex is all of the clone trooper parts. Anakin, as we know, is mostly from the Target exclusive, and now the Praetorian Guard has a lot of reused parts. So it's like, I don't know where that balance is on how they pick it. Yeah, we get a full skeleton crew wave with newly tooled kids and backpacks and whatnot, but I don't know. So yeah, that was that one. The third one was Moff Gideon in his Dark Trooper armor.
How's that chin?
It's not. It's poking out. It's there. It's there. All the photos are lying. Everybody's lying.
Yeah.
He is a chinner. Everybody's lying about it. They're saying no, it's the neck, and they said that in the promo pit. His chin's popping out. It's there. You can't see it with the shadow. It's still a good figure. I mean, I did a review on Instagram of it. What I think is the coolest thing about it is the undersuit has sort of like that matte finish, but then the armor has that really nice gloss over it. So it was really cool how they did that combination to make it pop. I mean, it's a good figure, but
you get a nice contrast, sounds like.
Yeah. No, he's a chinner, and great accessories too. Like I never expected to get the fully extended staff and the collapsed staff. So I thought that was kind of cool, but
yeah, they haven't done that since the Quicksilver Captain Phasma.
Yep. Unfortunately, this was not my favorite of the wave, but it's still good. The Anakin Skywalker. I don't know if my shoulder armor got kind of skewed a little bit, but it looks like the right arm is more exposed than the left arm is.
Yeah, it does.
So I don't know what happened there. I saw Nate
That
swap the
O-ring,
head.
like it's like popping
That's
out.
yeah,
That tab piece. Yeah.
yeah.
Nate swapped the head.
It looked really good.
Original Target exclusive body, and it looks really good. Yeah.
And I got rid of the old one in preparation for this one, thinking that it was going to be better, and now I'm kind
So
of
you got to downgrade. Oh no.
yeah. At least from like I mean, I know people are they're not too keen on the soft goods. I think mine's laying okay. I don't think I'm going to necessarily try to track down the Target one just to do the head swap. But yeah, like that looks.
Yeah, here's Nate's picture of the old body with the new head, and I think this is definitely the way to go.
And somebody said, I don't know why they just did it. If they were going to do a heavy reuse wave, why not just do this in the first place? You made
Yeah, right.
a new shoulder pad, new soft goods. Like you're already screwing us over with the legs. You might as well just go 100%.
Yeah, and they're already kind of doing that with the Krennic too. Maybe they didn't want people to get too upset with basically two of those in the same wave.
Maybe they thought they were going to cook with the soft goods, then it just turned out to be not. Because I mean, in the promo pics, it looks fine. Like I was good with the soft goods, but then it's like the head, the neck, and the shoulder issue. Like the shoulders look like they're on his waist almost, and he has like this long giraffe neck. It just didn't turn out, the way we were hoping.
Oh shoot! I forgot one. I left them on my shelf over there. Hold on, let me grab them.
This is amateur hour, man. Come on,
you know what? It's
never returning for number 3.
Oh yeah, no, okay. He's still my favorite, so I'm gonna leave him for last anyway. So then the last one in the wave, which no Krennic in that Walmart shipper whatsoever, which
interesting.
Blows my mind. I
Walmart
did a count.
said, nope, we don't want that one. We're good.
They had to. I mean, come on, yeah. Like, but it was weird because, like I said, Cassian, they only had one, and from like what I've seen with reports and everything, it looks like mostly everybody's only finding one in the whole shipper, and it seems like Gideon and Praetorian, at least for mine, there were 3 of each, and then there were 5 Rex and 6 Anakin. So when you do the math, it works out to like 2 full cases of figures. So I don't know how they packed them ahead of time, how they determined, how many of each we were going to get. But yeah, no Krennic. This one was easily the best one of the wave, the phase 1 Rex. I mean, it's just
finally a Rex that can hold both of his pistols in both hands,
both trigger fingers. Helmet is great. I know. I always worry about paint apps on helmets, but this one came out really good.
Painted front and back, huh?
Front and back.
Yeah, and I bet it's nice since you found all these in stores. You could, compare the other ones and pick out the one with the best paint. It's been a while since I've been able to do that.
And that's what I did. There was an Anakin that had like a wonky face a little bit where it looked like the printing was kind of off. So I definitely left that one. So it is. It's nice to be able to do that because online ordering you're blind because you're only ordering based off of the promo pics. I will be completely honest. I hate this head.
It doesn't look
that hair. That hair is just. It is. It's awful. I was gonna do a swap to see how the old one looks if the pegs fit, but it's not. It's just not good.
Yeah, I was talking with a friend of the show, Ken Plume, last night about this, and he thinks that maybe to save costs, there's like a pass to the inkjet they're not doing, so it's just not looking quite as good as they used to. Maybe, I don't know, but I definitely agree. It's like this head is not as good as the previous head.
Yeah.
And it's the paint. It's all the paint.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like even if like the hair bothers me because I'm looking at the old one. It has like that lighter blonde look to it. This is yellow. This is straight up yellow hair, which I don't know.
He's got baby hair.
It is. It's bad. Yeah. So, but other than that, like I said, he's another one. I'm keeping the helmet on because I don't like the face, and that's what's nice about it. And then finally, part of that shipper, mine got in 4 Commander Cody's.
That's the stuff right there.
Yeah, this is really good. Another one that I'm keeping the helmet on because unfortunately, we got the reg face underneath instead of Cody's face. But I think to me it's just a pass only because of the fact that it's on that new clone body, and he's not a chinner at all. When you put the helmet on the proper way, he's not a chinner. So it's covered.
Yeah, that's good.
It's the articulation's great. Decent amount of new parts for what was a store exclusive. I was really, really surprised with all of that. And then I'm an accessories guy. The hologram is just
oh yeah,
it's fantastic. Just seeing that, I was like, I'm sold. I mean, how could you not have him without the hologram? But
how good does the little hollow comm piece fit in his hand? Like, does it hold really nicely?
So it does warp to the point where the blaster kind of, it still fits, but his fingers don't wrap around the handle really well. So I have it sitting in his left hand because I think that's what he did for the scene anyway. But I wouldn't recommend now. Like when I got them, it was cold, so they were sitting in the car for a while. And when I finally brought them home and opened them up, I was worried about flexing the hand to get it to fit because I was afraid the fingers might snap. So I let them warm up a little bit. And once that was good, I mean, you just have to mess with the fingers, but it stays in fine.
Usually you can just heat up those fingers and they'll go back into their original shape.
And that'll probably happen. But I mean, he's, like I said, he's going to be on the shelf talking to Sidious the whole time. So
they should have done like a Padme situation where he got an extra hand.
Yep. But yeah, no, I mean, he was the star. So like I said, it's really cool because I think the last time I ever found something in stores that I was looking for that was brand new was the Target exclusives when they did the Clone Wars back in 2021, that Anakin Kenobi wave. That was the last time. Everything else has been completely online ordering because the stores around here, unfortunately, are just awful. So I was really surprised that popped up. I saw Yak's. He posted it that somebody sent it to him, and we were already out. I'm like, let's swing by. Let's see what happens. And
let's do it.
I always set myself up for disappointment, but this time it definitely wasn't. So
did you get multiple of the Cody so you can keep one on that sweet card, or just one to open?
No, I right here, the first editions. That is my Mint on card collection. I'm strictly loose. It is unfortunate though. If there was a package that I was going to collect, it would be those.
He says I'm strictly loose while he's got an entire first edition.
Yeah, look at that
inbox behind him.
Sell all the first edition stuff and replace it with the episode 3 stuff.
Well, it was funny
and sell the first edition stuff.
When they, I know I can't talk about it, but when they did the Rancor campaign, I did say I was going to get rid of those to help fund it because, I wasn't going to keep the Rancor in the box. But no, I just, if there was like a set that I was going to pick up to keep Mint on card, it would be those, just because I have this cool memory. 2005, I was coming home from semi. And it was like 11:30 at night. My dad's like, "Hey, you know what? Why don't we swing by Walmart?" And we had completely forgotten it was like the Force Friday thing or whatever. So we got in. There was a line of like 4 or 5 people, and they had the whole aisle dedicated to the Revenge of the Sith stuff. And back then it was awesome because everybody was like looking out for one another. And I'm looking for an Anakin. Where's an Anakin? Somebody would, if I had one. But it was so like I have a memory because the prequels those are the movies that I grew up with. So
maybe if they do an Anakin, that'll convince you to grab one.
Honestly, just because I have like those were some of the first ones I picked up. Like I grabbed Anakin, Obi-Wan, grabbed Dooku, and they're making a Dooku. So who knows? I mean, we'll see if they make them. Then I have to. I might be tempted by it. So.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, other than that, those are my recent pickups over the past 2 weeks. So.
Yeah. All right.
Pretty good 2 weeks.
You got some fine editions? I know you might have some similar ones. So
I've got a lot. If you want to go first, I've got a lot.
Okay. Well, let's fly through both of ours so we can hit the other stuff while Sebastian's here. So I got one Star Wars item and I got a couple of WWE things because I'm trying to build, if anybody knows, the DX Invasion when they were all wearing their camo gear. And so I want to do that scene. I need to find a Jeep for it because they had like that military Jeep where they were riding on. And it's just like, it's such a core memory for me as a kid because I watched a VHS tape of that all the time. It's like, just one of the VHS tapes I had. So I got the whole crew. Well, I ordered them, but they're not all here. So I got Road Dogg. I got X-Pac, who's still in the box. Billy Gunn somewhere. I don't know where he is. I pick up China, which, Mike, I was going to ask you, because she had like an AR-15 just like on the street during that whole thing. I was going to ask you if you had an extra like G.I. Joe AR-15 laying around somewhere.
Probably do.
But Fig Fury, who's coming to ICC-Con, he's also a big G.I. Joe guy. He had plenty, so he's just gonna bring one to ICC-Con. But I also need like a almost like a bandolier, like an ammunition strap. So if you have one of those, I can have.
Take Chewbacca's.
Okay, yeah, that'll work. That'll work. But I did get a Star Wars item,
so it works too.
Right? Not a Black Series, but I picked up the Mafex Sand Trooper, which is such a gorgeous looking figure, like all the paint deco. I went to Wilbon's house for GalaxyCon, hung out with him a couple weekends ago, and it was a very great time. Oh, I got to show that off too.
I was going to ask if you're going to show that off because that's like the thing.
I totally forgot, but I was just messing with all of his figures, and I absolutely fell in love with the paint deco on this one and just the articulation of it. And I love it because since in A New Hope, stormtroopers were different sizes and like heights and all that. He fits right in with all the other Black Series stormtroopers.
That was back when the Empire's budget was a lot less.
Yeah, that is true.
The Emperor was just scrounging armor together on a shoestring budget.
Commander Cook asks, how are the legs on the Stormy? Loose? No, mine are good. Mine aren't loose at all. They stand, like, you can push them down, push them up. He stands very easily, so... No problem on mine. The torso was a little wonky. Like it was just bent kind of weird, so I had to fix that. But after I did that, it was... it's just been a perfect figure to look at and all that. And then, but the big addition for my collection, of course, I went to GalaxyCon. Got the Kane autograph on the Ultimate Edition figure. I picked out white. He also recommended to do white. He said it would pop against red background, and he was right. So...
Yep.
That's it was cool to meet him and talk to him for a little bit.
You tell him that we have a little running joke about all the different canes you collect on our Star Wars podcast.
I should have. I only have like 5, so it's not.
Did he choke slam you?
I should have asked him to choke slam me through the table, but I wanted to be able to walk, so I don't think that would have been good. But those are all my fine additions, so I'll pass the baton to Mike.
Well, so last week was my birthday. I turned
happy belated birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Yeah, I spent my birthday on an airplane in a tornado. It was great. But before I get to my birthday, actually, I went to WonderCon like the day after we recorded our episode, and I wasn't expected to buy anything. But the Jada Toys booth had Sagat. So I got Street Fighter 2 Sagat, and I love him. He's big, and I posted some sexy pictures of him because that's what I do, I guess. But for my birthday, my wife got me Mythic Legion stuff. So for the people that only care about Black Series, cover your ears. But she got me this cool like weapons pack. It's just a bunch of different weapons to go with the stuff I've already got. She got me this cool hands pack, which is just a pack of hands for my knights, just to have different hands. So there's that. And then she got me this undead army. It's still got wrapping paper on the back. She got me this undead army building pack. And then she got me another undead army building pack.
Insane.
And then she got me another undead army building pack. So to go with the one that I already accidentally got shipped to me from Four Horsemen. So I've got 4 undead. What's cool is they can be ghosts or zombies. So they got the parts for both. And then I bought a couple of extra like generic night bodies, and then you can put like the zombie or ghost parts on those. So I'm gonna have some like zombie ghost knights too. So, you know, some fun stuff you can do with that. So I'm doing that. And then from Toy Snowman, to kind of supplement this while I was gone, I ordered these separately. This little skeleton hand and foot pack just to have some more skeleton hands and feet. And then the one that I wanted from the wave that kept eluding me, I did get my big paladin knight ogre guy. And he comes with this absolutely massive, gigantic hammer with like wings and stuff. Like this whole thing is just
that's
immaculate and resplendent. He's got the same problems that most of the other big guys like this. He just doesn't have a lot of articulation. But I didn't really buy him because of how posable he is. I bought him because he just looks cool, you know. So that's, I think, all my Mythic Legions. But I do have Star Wars. Before I get to Star Wars, I'm doing these fast. Oh no, here it is. Today, I got the bug in me. I really wanted to do a toy hunt because everyone's finding these shippers at Walmart. I've got like 4 or 5 Walmarts that are easy driving distance for me. And I'm like, I'm going to spend an hour, just drive to all the different Walmarts. And I didn't find any shippers. There was 0 shippers. There was 0 end caps. There was 0 new figures, but I did get some Transformers. Cause I like Transformers. So I got to cancel my pre-orders for these on Pulse. There's like a combiner that's made of jets. So I got 2 of those. And then there's like this random Prime girl that turns into a car. I don't even know anything about her, but sometimes I buy toys just because they look cool. But let's get into Star Wars because I got.
That's why we're here.
Yeah. First, just like Sebastian, I did get my 2-pack from Shadows of the Empire with the Luke and Leia. I haven't had time to open it because I just got back from my trip like a day ago. And I've got so much stuff. I can only have so much time in the world. But I will say, in the box, these 2 figures look amazing. You're right. Luke doesn't super look like Luke, but at the same time, in 1996, Luke figures didn't super look like Luke either. Yeah. So for me, for being Shadows of the Empire, kind of fits.
I'm also not sure if we have a Black Series Luke that super looks like Luke either.
That's true. That's accurate.
There's like half of one, you know, but...
and even though I didn't find a shipper, Toy Snowman sometimes just gets stuff early, and he did ship me. I just got this today, the Praetorian Guard, one of them, and then I did get the Anakin Skywalker. And I have to say, like in box, this thing looks like ass. I haven't opened it, but like the soft goods, the belt, like none of this looks good, but. I'm hoping once I get it open, it'll be better. But yeah, it doesn't look great.
The head is good. That
yes,
Hayden,
absolutely.
like,
I guess
really
I mostly
good.
meant the soft goods, but yes.
Yeah.
But the one I wanted to talk about the most, the interesting one here, the one that hasn't been announced yet.
Uh-huh.
I did get the Andor Range Trooper.
Oh, so we're announcing a Black Series Cantina official announcement.
This is
Finally.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first.
This is the I guess it's gonna because it's Toys R Us. It's showing up at Toys R Us in Canada, and obviously I guess Toy Snowman got it. So I don't know if it's like fan channel thing. I'm pretty sure it's Target exclusive or it's gonna be Target exclusive, but again, we don't know. It hasn't been announced yet. But it is just the Range Trooper. It looks like it's got all the same, like, I don't know, paint deco and weathering and stuff. But it does have new legs, brand new legs. And then it does have that giant bazooka that we got from the Rocket Stormtrooper. I don't know, it looks nice. It looks nice. So there's that. We don't know about anything about when that's coming out, but I got it, so I don't care.
Well, it's coming out now. You can pre-order in a few weeks. They didn't tell us, but Black Series Cantina official reveal.
That's right.
That blows my mind that people are getting stuff before it's even officially announced. That
It's only happened a handful of
couple times.
I know it happened. It happened with Fennec Shand.
Yep.
And I know it happened. It happened with, speaking of which, the Quicksilver Last Jedi Captain Phasma. It happened with that too. She showed up at Toys R Us's in Canada before she officially got revealed or announced. So it doesn't happen often, but when it does happen, it's kind of neat. Mm-hmm. Oh, it happened with the Imperial Probe Droid too. I think that was showing up at like Myers stores and stuff before that even got announced.
Yeah, I remember thinking that was fake when it first started popping up.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's no way we're getting that right now. And then, sure enough.
Didn't you get the Praetorian Guard also?
I showed it off.
Did you? I don't know. I remember you showing that one off for some reason.
I mean, I did. I showed it off before I showed the end.
Sebastian, can you confirm this?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
See, you were here. I showed up.
It was there. It was there. It was there.
I just got it today.
Why did I totally blank that you just talked about that?
I think because you entered into like an angry rage when you said that Anakin looked like
what
ass,
happened?
so.
Yeah, what happened?
Oh,
was
yeah,
I showed it
true.
with the Anakin, and I think you just hyper focused.
Yeah,
on
that's
Anakin
right.
In my
Yeah.
hand. Yeah.
If I see Hayden, I'm locked in.
You're locked in, and you didn't notice that I had the Praetorian Guard in my hand as well.
I was probably browsing emails, honestly, just making sure I have them all. So that's
We do
usually
have a
what
lot
I
of
do.
emails, yeah. But yeah,
So-
all in all, it was a lot. It was a lot going on this week.
Yeah.
All right, so let's jump into listener emails now. We have a good amount of them to get through, and we're going to go through them with Sebastian here.
Apologies go out to Micah, a listener of the show, who doesn't like the email section.
But I will preface this one. So we do have a good amount of emails, and some of them are pretty wordy. They're pretty long, so on some of those, I'm not gonna read every bit of them, but I'll reference them and we'll answer the core part of them. But we do appreciate every email. That's blackseriescantina@gmail.com if you would like to shoot us an email. Commander Cook had one of the best ones last episode, so if you can top that one, shoot us an email. This one comes from Tyler Abrams. Says, hello, Mike and Zach. Figs and Bricks here. My buddy Camp Crystal Collectibles and I are big fans of the show. He's a big sequel trilogy fan and considers that his favorite Star Wars trilogy. He's disappointed.
Respect.
He's disappointed with the lack of sequel trilogy Black Series announcements. Got me thinking, if you could only pick one new Black Series figure for each sequel trilogy film to be made, what would those figures be? Keep up the good work, fellas. I'd like to shout out Jar Jar Binks for Hall of Fame. Great mold and great accessories. Thank you, Figs and Bricks. So
that's a valid entry for Hall of Fame.
Are we allowed to do redos, like characters if argument?
I would
or new
say
characters?
so. I would say definitely for sure.
All right, I'm gonna go new Rey.
Okay, from
Force Awakens.
Okay.
Last Jedi, I'm gonna go create Luke. And Rise of Skywalker, I'm gonna go the Palpatine at the end.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do though.
Probably
everyone's gotta have something different. Everyone's gonna have something different. So no. Sorry, Sebastian.
Jesus.
I'll let you go next. I'll let you go next, but you can't choose what Zach just chose.
Man. Okay.
I chose the easiest three, so I'm glad I'm off the board first.
That's the trade-off for allowing redos.
Oh man. Okay. Probably for Force Awakens, I'd go with Unkar Plutt. I like aliens.
Deluxe,
He would
huh?
he would be really cool looking on the shelf.
Exclusive?
Yeah. Oh man.
He will cost 60 portions though, just so you know.
Yeah, there you go. 1/4 portion.
Jeez. Last Jedi. Maybe I'll just go with General Leia.
Okay. Yeah.
Because she had kind of like that bluer outfit. And then okay. Loophole. Emperor, episode 9. Decaying one or after he revives himself?
Okay. So Zach did the revised or the resurrected one.
Yeah.
Then I'll go with the decaying one.
So
because
you're
I
going
thought
with the
both
decaying
looked
one. So we're getting
cool.
two
both of
per
them looked
Falcon.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, but just make it a 2-pack. Just make it a 2-pack.
I'm pulling out I feel like that's a Zoo Boy move
That's
there,
fair.
but that's
No,
what I'm gonna do.
All right. So
That's not a real answer. Hey, that's not a real answer.
I wouldn't say. I just want to address the situation. I wouldn't say the sequel trilogy is my favorite trilogy. I think OT will always be my favorite trilogy, but I always respect
Followed by the
someone
prequel trilogy, and then-
who doesn't care what other people think, and then like they're just with their whole chest like, yeah, I love the sequel trilogy. I respect that. Force Awakens, I'm gonna go Crimson Corsair, like by a
Good
mile.
pick.
Great looking figure or character,
Good
I should
pick.
say. Last Jedi, I probably would go. Man, since you picked Crate Luke already,
Rose Tico's
so
sister
the
that dies
Leia
in the
you picked,
beginning.
was that the one when in her gown?
Yeah, like right at the end when they're on Crate and they're
Okay,
running
so
away from.
that was
First
my
Order.
second one. So darn. Let's see, man. This shouldn't be too hard because this is like this is my second favorite Star Wars movie.
Luke is in his nomad outfit for most of it.
Yeah, I was
like,
I was thinking about that. I was thinking that the Nomad Luke is a good option.
Pleto's saying Crystal Fox.
Crystal Foxes is not a bad choice. You know what? Yeah, no, I'm gonna do Finn in his like weird Bacta suit. No, I'll do the Nomad Luke because I do like that Luke. But okay, but the Rise of Skywalker is hard because there's a lot of good things. But I think I am gonna do Finn. I'm gonna do Finn.
Yeah.
In that outfit because if I could do Finn and Poe, I'd make it a 2-pack. I just feel like we desperately need a good Finn and Poe from there, and those are their best looks for sure.
Was the Dark Side Ray the last
That's yes
figure they've done?
Yes, it was. The Dark Side Ray was the last sequel, and that's the only one in the Rise of Skywalker packaging on the mural, and it's the only sequel trilogy figure that's been released in the mural packaging. So that was absolutely the most recent one. So,
all right, next email. Thank you, Tyler, for that email. But this one comes from Ben Short. So this is a very long email. Ben, we really appreciate all the very nice things you had to say, and I'm glad that you and your son are enjoying collecting and all that. And it's great to hear that he loves Anakin, which is awesome. But we're going to jump straight to your questions because we are on a little bit of a time crunch this episode. So he says, I have some questions for you that are Black Series related. What is your most wanted figure in the Black Series no re-release brand new? Honestly, it might be leaning Queen Amidala for me as my number one overall.
I mean, for me, it's going to be until he gets released. It's going to be
Ponkrell.
Ponkrell. Yeah.
What about for you, Sebastian? Your number one non-re-release?
He's been my number one from the time the line started. Kyle Katarn. I mean,
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I don't know why. I know he's so niche, and he was in 4 games, but like I said, the 90s growing up, those were my games. And then like I'm just gonna shout it out there. If anybody ever gets to the opportunity to watch the cutscenes from Jedi Knight Dark Forces 2, where they use the live actors for all of them, that is some of the best Star Wars I have ever seen. They probably have a YouTube playlist that's like 45 minutes of just the cutscenes, and it tells the whole story through the cutscenes. You get everything you need to, but I don't know. There's just something about it.
That was the thing they did back in the 90s. Yeah, that was the thing they did back in the 90s. Like the Rebel Assault games had like live action cutscenes and stuff too. It was kind of weird.
He was kind of just like this mix of Han and Luke, I guess. Just this guy working for the Alliance, and he's secretly a Jedi, and his dad was a Jedi, and no spoilers, he's got like all these dark Jedi coming after him and everything. Like he was a really cool character, and I don't know. Like I always say, if they made a 6-inch version of Kyle Katarn, I mean, that would be it for me. Everything else would just be a bonus in the line. Like if there was one figure they made and if there was one figure I was allowed to keep, it would be him. I can't put my finger on it. I can't explain why, but he has a
it strikes that chord with you know, that emotional nostalgia. Yeah. We all have that one, you know, character like that. Ben says his would be the Kashyyyk Trooper. Love the design, cool thing. The 41st Range Trooper Battalion changed their armor specifically for Kashyyyk. Yeah. That would be pretty sick. Number 2, what is your dream Black Series HasLab? Mine would be, of course, Anakin's Starfighter or Interceptor from episode 3, of course. Do you all have a dream HasLab? Ben says
ATSD.
His would be... Oh, go ahead.
ATSD. I think it's good. It's just a good size. Like it doesn't take up a lot of shelf space. It's taller than it is wider, kind of like the big Marvel Legends ones. I just think it's a good fit.
I like the vehicles in the line. If we never had gotten vehicles, I'd be okay with that. But I think mine would have to be the 3 Geonosian Arena Beasts, the Acklay, the Reek, and the Nexu.
We talked about that last week. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be a really, really cool one to do. The big figs. Like I'm an advocate on social media. I will always argue bigger figs and creatures versus vehicles in the line. So sure, that would be mine.
Like Commander Cook in the chat says Kylo's TIE silencer. That'd be sick. And then Ben in his email says his and his son's would be the N1 Starfighter. So maybe from Mando, maybe from episode 1. Maybe they could do both. You know, you never know. Question number 3 on this email. What do you wish Hasbro did more of? He says, for me, I wish Hasbro would do more accessories with their figures. Our recent example is the new Coda we got, which comes with the hologram Emperor. For me, honestly, I want to go paint detail. I think if they could really lock in like some weathering again, I think it would take Black Series to the next level, in my opinion.
I think
and thigh swivel. Stop taking out thigh swivel on figures. That'd be good.
I think mine's going to sound like a cop-out because it bounces off of the last one. I want more creatures. Like the last one we got was the Dewback. The Dewback, every time I look at that, it's such a cool looking creature. And there are so many that are sizable enough that they could fit on a shelf that I think if they dive back into it, they should definitely try.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to take the accessory thing, but narrow it down specifically to hands. Having alternate hands makes such a big difference for displaying figures for me.
Like especially Jedi.
Specifically Jedi. A package of alternate hands for a toy line that we don't even really talk about. So, like, I just think it's a lot more fun just to have a bunch of hands.
He also, and then last question, which is a great question.
Although, hold on, I would love. I forgot to bring this up. I would love some alternate lightsaber blades because
I knew it. Yep.
While I was gone, I had some shelf dives. I think we had an earthquake or something. I don't know.
You're
but
Luke.
my Luke, my Jedi light cruiser Luke fell off, snapped the blade right out of the hilt. Just snapped it off. I died a little bit when I picked him up. Anyways.
Man.
Rest in
R.I.P.
peace.
Your light cruiser Luke lightsaber. Yeah.
Yeah.
His fourth question is, if you were stranded on a desert island and you could choose one Black Series that is in your collection to be stranded with you, what figure would it be? He says for him, it would be Glavis from Old Mandalorian. Love that figure. And season 1 and season 2 of The Mandalorian is some of his favorite Star Wars. For me, did it say Black Series specifically? One Black Series figure. Okay, because I was going to say my hot toy is Darth Vader, but, that's obviously cheating. One Black Series figure to take on an island with me until I die. I might just keep it classic. I might just take like the Empire Strikes Back Darth Vader. That might be the one I take with me. That's probably it. What about you all?
I think I would take the SDCC Obi-Wan with the Leia holotable so I can use the light and call for help.
That's actually a lot smarter than my choice.
Maybe I thought into it a little bit, but that was mine.
Well, until the battery runs out, you can hear the dialogue also, so you can just say it'll keep you happy.
That will be me as I'm dying, is playing over that hologram scene over and over and over again.
Yeah, maybe we need to pick like the biggest one, so it burns the longest in a fire if we need it. Mike, what would yours be?
Oh man, I don't know. There's so many good ones out there. It's really tough. I'd probably just pick The Empire Strikes Back Darth Vader, probably, just because he's Vader.
I actually changed my mind. I'm gonna take the Force Ghost Anakin because it's gonna make me feel better about joining the Force whenever I'm gonna die on this island. So that's what I'm picking.
You may see the real Force Ghost Anakin standing out in the distance waiting for you.
Exactly. Ben finishes up the email with talking about how he also collects Mythic Legions. He says, anyway, I hope I haven't bored you with my email. Lastly, can I just say thank you to you both? Thank you for being there, and thank you for being an outlet for the Black Series community. You certainly helped me, and I eagerly wait your next episode. Thank you, guys. You're both one with the Force, and the Force is with you. Kind regards, Ben. Ben, thank you for the great email. We really appreciate it. Next up is Joe Bresch. He says, hey, guys. I would normally sit back and let you guys make your selections for Black Series Hall of Fame. However, the one that I think deserving, and I'm sure isn't a thought for either of you, please allow me to propose the Holiday Edition Range Trooper. That's a first, I think. That's a first. I know articulation is quite limited, but I especially love the Christmas figures, and I don't think Hasbro would have done 3 waves without the strength of the Range Trooper to launch it. Also, Holiday Line is the only subline that would have even a remote chance to make it into the Hall of Fame. There's absolutely no chance for carbonized, credit collection, or holocom figures. I will leave the fate of the noble Holiday Edition Range Trooper in your capable hands. I feel he is deserving of at least consideration and would make a great representative of Holiday Edition as a whole. Thank you for taking my email and keep up the amazing work. That's a very interesting email. The Holiday Edition Range Trooper, Mike, does that have a bats or a snowball's chance in hell to make it on our Hall of Fame?
I'm not going to say no forever, but there are a lot of other figures I'd put in before I put in any of the holiday ones.
Also, I feel like carbonized, if I had to put a carbonized in, it'd be the blue Vader because he looks like the posters, and I do think that's kind of cool. And it is the Empire Strikes Back Vader, so technically it is in the Hall of Fame, but not that specific one. But next email, this is from James. He says, I hope you are both doing well. Personally, I love the email segment so many times. I'm like, oh, that's a great question. I never thought of that. Every email has been fantastic. Yes, I'm here to listen to Mike and Zach, but the community coming together and having these great conversations because of your show. I don't know how it can be viewed any other way than a win. Just my 2 cents. Hey, James, we appreciate that. My question is regarding Star Wars Outlaws main characters Kay Vess and Nix. I know the game got a lot of hate initially. Most new Star Wars does, sadly. Some fair, some not. It's not the greatest game ever, but come on, it's not like you're digging in a mine getting black lung either. It's just a game. It's fun and it's beautiful. My question is, all of new media gets at least an entire wave. Outlaw gets nothing. Would I be the only one wanting main character Kay and Nix? So do you both have a guess on why we didn't get it? Also to you both, you have a guess if we get one. I know they got to be doing the droid, so they got to be on the way eventually, right?
I hope so. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
I hope so. I love Star Wars Outlaws. I've played it twice, all the way through. I platinumed it on my PlayStation. Like, it's a fun game. I feel like the people who don't like it either are really jaded gamers or they haven't really played it. They've just heard other people talk about it and decided that's their opinion too. It is a great game. If you're a Star Wars fan, it's even better. Like, it's a great game on its own. If you're a Star Wars fan, it's even better. I don't even know. I don't understand how anyone can play this game and not like it. It's a fun game. It's great. So of course I want figures from it. Kay's a great figure. I want Kay. I want her speeder bike, and I want Nix. I want that as a pack. Like, if they did an exclusive, if it's got to be a convention exclusive or whatever. Like, that's what I want. Kay, her speeder bike, and Nyx.
Mm-hmm. Sebastian, would you want those?
I'd be down for it. I mean, especially she's the main character, and like we said, we got the commando droid. They have to have ND5 in mind with that. I mean,
just add the soft goods. Right.
Yeah, they love the reuse. I mean, and it comes down to I'm an in media collector is what I'll call myself. If a character exists in a movie, TV show, comic book, I like getting it. So, and it's the same as Mike said. I played that game for a long time. I loved wasting time playing Sabacc games and losing so much money because I'm terrible at it. But it's another representation of Star Wars that I love on my shelf, and she's the main character, and she's a cool character. Like I could get behind her. Like I could see her as an actual Star Wars character. So beyond that, I don't know about any of the side characters. Like I would at least want Kay and ND just because of how prominent they are in the game. But some of the other, like it's one of those ones that if I just got those two, I probably wouldn't ask for any more out of the game. If we got them, it would be cool, but that would be good enough for me.
Yep. Thanks, JD, for that email. We have one from Master Skywalker 77 2005. So, and he actually he sent this person wrote up a bunch of lyrics for Stanikin with like continued lyrics from what I left off with on the podcast. I don't want to read through this whole thing, but I do want to say it's from achieve_balance on Instagram. And I do genuinely want to say this was hilarious to read through. And you did a great job. It's excellent. Maybe one day I'll have to do the full thing with the backtrack like mine and then go into what you put. But I will read like the first two lines because it is pretty good. It says, Dear Zach, I meant to write you sooner, but I've just been busy. You said your Nightfall display is almost done. How far along is she? So the whole thing is really good. Like it goes into Black Series Anakin, Hasbrain shit, all this pretty funny stuff. So I did want to acknowledge it since we don't have time to read it on this one. Eventually I'll have to do the full thing with the backtrack. We did get an email from Jeff Esplin. He asked, where do you think the painted prototype Rancor is right now? It's probably in like Eric's office or something, right? Like, or just I'd hate for it to be in some like room off to the side of Hasbro. It's like, leaning on the ground. They just need to give it to me. That's where it should be.
I'm pretty sure they have like a vault or something that keeps stuff like that in.
Yeah.
What Rancor are you talking about?
Right. Can't say I remember that
right.
Rancor.
Yeah, right. Yeah, true. But yeah, honestly, it's got to be in like that Hasbro, like, cause don't they have like a door with like it's like a yellow or red door or something? They call it the vault, or I feel like Mr. Stevens posted a picture of it, or somebody, or it was Red Wagon posted a picture of a door. It's like they told us we can absolutely not go in here. Future prototypes, blah blah whatever.
I'll be honest. If I was Eric and I had it sitting in my office, I would hate to look at it every single day, knowing that he spent so much time and effort, putting it into effect, and it just didn't work out because he really had so much love for that project. You could tell anytime he was talking about it, his face lit up, and then to not fund, I don't know if I could deal with that reminder.
And it's just like, yeah, this picture right here. I'm gonna pull it up. Oh. Yeah,
yes, that's the one that always comes to mind. Always.
Yeah, he's just sitting there. Oh, they disappeared here, but he just looks. Look, he's just sitting there playing with his Rancor. This is what he does every day on his lunch break. He's just chilling there with it.
That to me is like the epitome of look at the camera, son. We're gonna take a picture, and that's what that is. It is. It's a shame, but.
Oh wait, why isn't I need to share this one instead? This is what I meant to do. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
Poor Eric just has to sit there and look at the Rancor all day. I'm envious of Eric.
Yeah.
Let's see. Next email. This one's from Graydon Unfreed. Do you guys think we'll ever get a Rystal Sant figure, or honestly, any of the dancers from the Max Rebo's band?
Okay.
I highly doubt it. Like, there's probably slim to zero chance of getting the dancers from.
I mean, again, I hope so. I wouldn't hate it if we did.
I don't know. Didn't Rebo basically unofficially win the Monday Night Figure Ball March Madness?
Yeah, that is true.
I don't think they announced the winner just yet, but he was leading. He was beating Darth Plagueis, so.
Yeah, which is kind of wild that Max Rebo ended up winning that. I do wonder if Max Rebo only won because there's so much lobbying for, like, get behind the Max Rebo train.
Yeah.
So, like, maybe that's why. But, like, I don't necessarily think Max Rebo would be number one for the Black Series community as a whole, you know. But he did win that bracket, so you never know. But I would love a Max Rebo, like that said, of course. Of have
sure.
it named Jabba's Palace. So, last email this is from Lane Hickerson, who is a VIP member, which you can sign up on Patreon.com if you wish. He said, "Hey guys, hope all is well. I was just wondering if you all saw the email that Big Bad Toy Store sent out about the tariffs, and what are your thoughts on it?" So I did see that. And they basically said, for the people who haven't heard anything, that for future pre-orders, I guess, they're going to apply the tariff charge whenever it hits, I guess is what they said. So, I mean, it's unfortunate they have to do what they have to do. You know, for me, of course, I have to look out for myself as a consumer. And, you know, unfortunately, go to the bigger, badder, you know, for the lack of a better term, Amazon,
Yep.
You know, instead of support the small business. But you know, it just is what it is. Like, if you can find a figure in Target for $32 and not have to pay, you know, the shipping on it and then the tariff fee that Big Bad's going to forward to you, you know, you have to do what you have to do at the end of the day. So it's unfortunate for small businesses. You know, there's been reports of, was it that special needs toy importer had an insane bill, like tariff bill, just overnight, you know? So it's unfortunate, but it is. Mike, did you see that email they sent out?
Yeah. I mean, I've been kind of following it. I mean, the whole thing sucks. And I feel for anyone that's trying to, not only, like, it sucks for us as collectors, but it sucks doubly for the people that this is their livelihood. Like, that's terrible. And I feel really bad for them. And I'm going to do my best to, you know, support them as best I can. But I think, at least for a while, we're all going to be trying to, you know, watch
take care of ourselves.
Collect. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Sebastian, did you see that one?
Yeah, I saw it. Somebody posted it on Instagram. They did like a summarized version of it, and I'm kind of there too. It's I usually go for whoever gets it in stock first. But
yeah,
you know, if somebody is going to get it in stock first and it's going to be $5, $6, $7 more, then I can unfortunately wait until Amazon gets it in stock or Walmart puts it on their shelves or something like that. If they don't raise their prices, you know, I'm not going to go out of my way to make sure I get it first, especially if it's going to be that much of a significant jump. So, but it's the same. It's unfortunate it's happening, and we just got to keep our heads down and hope for the best, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. Thank you all for the emails. If you want to shoot us an email for the next episode, and remember, we have Star Wars Celebration coming up, so shoot us your reactions, you know, of everything that's revealed. Shoot us, maybe don't send us predictions because we're obviously our next episode we're going to be covering that, but send us your reactions, send us any questions you have. That's blackseriescantina@gmail.com. All right, listening segment or listener email segment is over. Now we can jump into the news, and I gotta say, this excited me, so we're gonna talk about it. And I feel like maybe our listeners maybe care because it's a pretty big Star Wars item. The Artisan Edition Anakin Skywalker. And when the first Artisan Edition came out, I was in team, that's going to look terrible. You're going to have to get your figure and mess with the hair, and I'm not down for that. And I've seen some where people get it and the hair doesn't look good, but after you mess with it a little bit, it looks really freaking good. And the first one was limited to 3,000 pieces. Well, they did a new one, a dark side version, that's going to be limited to 2,500 pieces. 1,000 of them are going to be sold in Japan at Starburst Celebration, and then the other 1,500 will be sold online. So it's going to be very, very difficult to get. But I gotta say, I think I might be in on trying to get one. But if I don't, I'm not going to be mad, because I guess the Hot Toys community, and I'm far from the Hot Toys community. I have one, but from what I've been reading and from what other people have been saying, it seems like they're going to release maybe next year with like a sculpted head. So for like just a normal mass release, which I'm totally fine waiting for that one also. But just the exclusivity of it, I think I might try to snag one. So do either of you two, anything you would even consider, or what are your thoughts in general?
Not a chance. I'm very picky when it comes to Hot Toys. Like, I've got a small collection, but there's absolutely no way I would buy just not even an Anakin Skywalker or a Darth Vader Anakin Skywalker, but like one that really doesn't appear in any of the movies. Like he never really looked like this, you know?
I mean, I feel like this is like a good, like, he's on Mustafar dueling Obi-Wan look.
Kind of. I mean, if you want to hype it up in your head, this is basically like the Kylo Ren retelling of what Luke Skywalker looked like in The Last Jedi. Like, did he look evil or whatever? Sure, but did he look like he'd just been punched in both of his eyes? Not really.
I mean, maybe. I get like sweaty
really.
on the lava.
No, if you go watch it, he does not look like this. They have
pristine.
amped up. They've amped up, you know, for effect, his dark side effect. Like,
I would argue this kind of looks even cooler, so that's why I think.
So and that's the thing, is I get that, but it's definitely like a what if Anakin Skywalker or Darth Vader won the fight on Mustafar, basically, and like he never, you know, got turned into Darth Vader that we know, or he stayed looking like Anakin. This is just what he would look like after that, basically.
Yeah, I feel like this is what they're trying to go for. I'm going to share a different screen here. Let's see. It's like they took this and they tuned it up a little bit, because he does. You can see like his eyes. He does have a little bit of.
His eyes aren't that yellow though, and they're not that dark.
It's because in that one turn, like whenever he does turn and he turns towards the camera, you know, where he's like looking, he's breaking the fourth wall almost, and his eyes are the Sith eyes.
Yeah, where he turns to the camera and goes, "I'm about to go kill some kids."
Yeah, and he's got the Sith eyes.
That was my favorite
I think it's pretty sick. So,
no, I'm not saying it's not sick. I'm not saying it's not sick. But what I am saying is, like, there's no way I'm buying a hot toy of this. Like, not even close.
Sebastian, do you have any hot toys?
I dived into hot toys years ago. I actually I had a huge WWE collection way back.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, when Mattel took it over, I had probably close to like 400 of them. And then, I don't know, something clicked and I just wasn't into it anymore. I got rid of the whole collection, took some of the funds, put it towards bills, things like that. And there was some left over. And I started getting a couple of these. And this is that was back when Star Wars first started having hot toys. So I had like the Han and Chewie pack when it came out, which is like worth thousands of dollars now. I did have the original Anakin that came out, and I was kind of like cherry picking them. But then after a while, there were a lot of cool characters that I wanted, and I said to myself, I'm like, I can't afford to collect a line like this. So I didn't. Yeah. Mm-hmm. They were great, but to me, they didn't impress me enough to say, okay, this is something I can build a collection off of. And that was maybe like 2015. So I don't know if it was more along the lines of being oversaturated with like the Black Series at that time, because you know that was a rough time for Black Series, and it was maybe just me trying to like say, is there something else out there that I might want? But I don't know, it didn't do it for me. I mean, fantastic, just I can't go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah, I will say I'm happy that I own all the ones that I've got, but they do feel weirdly like insubstantial in my hand. Like, I wish there was a little bit more weight to them.
Yeah, well, I got the original Kylo Ren hot toy, and then I had the Empire Strikes Back Vader. And the Vader was really cool, but neither of them seemed like they were really worth the price. Like all the stuff Vader came with, he felt like he was more worth it. But I think the modern ones are starting to get to where it feels like they're at least close to what you have to pay to be worth them, or for it to be worth what you paid. Like the Kenobi Darth Vader I have is absolutely incredible, and I think every penny was worth it. But that's why I don't get too many hot toys. I literally have the single one, and then this is probably one I'll consider grabbing. But we'll see. I don't think I probably won't even be able to because of the exclusivity of it, and I'm totally fine if they want to wait until next year.
Now here's the question:
an episode 3 one.
If you have the choice between, if you had the choice between that Darth Vader hot toy or the Black Series exclusive,
wait,
from the Ronin Black Series exclusive.
Oh, if I had to pick one of them,
yeah, if you had to pick one of them.
Oh, I'm going with the Darth Vader hot toy. Yeah.
Hey, I'm here at Star Wars Celebration. Yeah. I can get you one of the two of them. Which one would you pick?
I'm doing the Vader one because then I'll say, all right, I'm going to sell this on eBay for $3,000 now and buy the Ronin. The first Artisan Edition is going for like $2,000. It's or $1,200, and plus it's insane. But I'm not going to try to get it to flip it. I'm going to get it and keep, and then of course like the value would be there if I ever needed to.
Did a tornado siren just go off for somebody?
So it's fading out. No, that's the purge. No, I live across from a firehouse, and they do a curfew at 9:15 every night. So yeah,
I was like, what?
Yeah,
I thought I left that behind in Illinois.
Yeah, no, we've been living here for 12 years, and we've just got so like deaf to it, we don't even notice it anymore.
Well,
but
you know what's weird is StreamYard actually, once it started, StreamYard cut it down. But I was just like,
yeah.
Is there a tornado?
It's always fun when we have like we bring visitors over, and if they stay late, we just don't tell them about it, and they all start panicking like, oh, is there a fire? I'm like, no, it's okay. They do it every night.
You're good. But, yeah,
that's hilarious. But the big news, which was discovered by our guest Sebastian. So we're gonna hand you the reins now, and just tell us how you even like found the Magna Guard leak.
All right, so I like to scour eBay when like new waves are hitting. So I was actually checking it out to see the wave that hit at Walmart, and this was just a couple days ago before the shipper news kind of hit. And I always like to see, you know, who's finding it, where, like what location are they in, just to say, okay, are they going to hit soon? Where are they getting them from? This and that. So I went on eBay, and I had seen a seller. He was selling the new Cassian that came out. And I clicked on the listing, and you know, I was checking out the pictures, and I'm like, oh, okay, you know, let's see if he has the rest of the wave for sale or something. So I checked out his other items, and I saw this, and it says Magna Guard. I'm like, I've never seen this before. So I click on it, and I look at the images, and I made sure I looked at it for a decent amount of time to see, okay, is this a custom? Is this legit and whatnot? Mm-hmm. And then I was like, my heart started racing. I'm like, I may have been the first person to find this. I need to start telling people about this. So I was just sending
the second person to find it, since the first person is the person that
this would be this guy. Yeah. But I found it, and I'm like, I got to get this out. I got to tell people, because this is incredible. I mean,
yeah.
You know, I thought the Clone Wars one, and then we got the repaint for Jedi Survivor. I thought that was going to be it. I never would have thought that they would have revisited it for the Revenge of the Sith, and on that card back too. So I sent it out, and I'm sure the seller is probably very happy that people started talking about it.
We all posted it.
With what I mean, that price, it just
Whenever you first saw it, wasn't it like $21 the bid was?
It was, and when I first found it, it was at the starting price of $10. There was nobody bidding on it, and then
you should have kept it hush hush. You made a big mistake.
Should have. It could have been mine, and I could have, you know, put it on my YouTube channel and gotten tons of views on it. But yeah, I saw it, and I'm like, I have to tell people. That's the journalist in me. I'm like, I need to break the news first. I can't take this. And and keep this under wraps. But yeah, no, I did. I sent it out, and then, like I said, it kind of blew up from there.
Did you place a bid on it early on?
I did not actually. When I saved the images and I saved the link and I started sending it out, and I think by the time I was actually contemplating it, it had already broken $100. I'm like, there's no way. There's no way.
Yeah, I really don't understand what is going on and how this has reached $265. It's literally going to be announced probably in 1 week at Star Wars Celebration, and you're going to be able to pre-order it the next day or the following Tuesday. You know how they always do. It's like the next day or two or whatever, a week out. And I just can't imagine. Like, I feel like I could have $5 million just in my spend account, not even my savings, and I don't even think I'd pay this much for it. Okay, maybe I would, but I just feel like I would still feel scummy about it. Like, if I had that much money, and I don't have that much money.
Yeah.
But even if I did, I don't think I would even spend $265 on a figure I could get in like 5 months, probably.
For sure.
For $25.
Going back to like when we were talking earlier with like the Fennec Shand wave, when that one hit, and I remember she and Python Boba Fett, because they were in that same wave, they were popping up and people were hitting 100, 110 on Mercari. I'm like, what are you doing? And then it hit Pulse in stock like 2 months later, and you could get it for 20, 22 or whatever it was for. This mentality, I'm all for getting stuff as soon as possible. And I don't mind doing like $1 or $2 upcharge. Like, I'll buy from some of the Canadian websites that instead of charging $24.99, they're doing like $26.99. I'm okay personally with that. But this to me is a whole new level of, I don't know. I can't even find the words for it.
Do you remember back in 2015 when the 3.75 inch figures like hit eBay for The Force Awakens? They hit early before they were announced, and like people were dropping $100, $200 on them. And I just can't help but wonder how those people
they
feel
got
about
cooked so hard.
Yeah, right.
Man. Yeah, that's really bad. And Pleto says, what if this was canceled into one of one? Like, that would actually be crazy. But knowing that we're in the midst of this packaging, like the 20th anniversary of episode 3, I wonder if like some people who bid on this do think like, oh my God, they released like these episode 3 figures and this one was never announced and they canceled it and blah, blah, so they're going to drop the price up.
It doesn't say 6-inch anywhere. I hope.
It says
it's a TVC collector. Yeah, but
Yeah. Oh, I see.
Right? Like,
So you're hoping this TVC collector is going to be like, oh,
yeah. They'll put it on Instagram. I got sent a Barbie, and they'll be pissed.
Oh man. But so let's talk about the actual figure just for a second. So this is, to me, whenever I think of the Magna Guard, this is the color that I envision. It's the darker blue with the silver, scratches all over and all that. But like, this is the one that I think of. They both are, the one that we have and this one are in episode 3 of the film. This one's just more prominent in the film. I think it has like a closer up hero shot in like whenever they're walking up to Obi-Wan, this is the one they show up close.
Yeah, these are the ones on the bridge that like.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this
I love the burn marks in the cloak, like all the
they did a really good job with that.
The cloak is amazing for sure.
Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna be in on 2 of these, again. So
honestly, I might be in on 3. I might have to get 2 to like lightly army build, and then 1 for the.
Because do you have 2 of the other Magna Guard?
I do.
Yeah, I never bought 2 of them. I never grabbed a second one. But so now I'm kind of glad because I'll just have that one and this one. And then I'm definitely going to buy 2 of these, though, because I'm doubling up on all the episode 3 anniversary packaging. I'm going to have all those on the wall, which I think is going to look impeccable. But Sebastian, are you in on this one loose?
Yep. I'm going to grab my one with this. Definitely.
I kind of wish this guy also had like another one that he posted, like he would open up and like send us pictures of. Like even like this is it right here, but I wonder if this guy did you look at what else he has?
Yeah, I was looking. It was like I said, it was other product that I'm not familiar with, other toys, so I couldn't really tell you what was going on with his sale. I'm
scrolling through right now, and it's he's got some current Black Series figures, and just looks like a bunch of stuff that's out, and like some not Shadow Squadron, but the Galaxy Squadron stuff, and a Lego Luke Skywalker hilt.
And I think as far as its availability, somehow Yak has, I guess, the way to cross list the UPCs with the code names or whatever, and he did add this to his master list under one of the code names. So I guess he matched them up and figured like this is going to be it. So.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So we do know obviously that this is on the way, but it is crazy just to see. Like, we've been getting so many leaks, especially last year was like year of the leaks. And like we get a leaked figure, but not in the way we've been getting leaks, just like a random eBay posting.
You know what's weird? I'm weirdly okay when things get leaked like this.
Mm-hmm.
No, I actively hate the blurry like factory floor leaks that we get where it's like half a figure and we're guessing who it is. I don't like that. It just kind of ruins the fun for me. But like this to me seems more like a Hasbro, you should have just announced this already. Like, it's clearly in package, ready to go. Yeah. How does somebody have this in hand and we don't know about it,
Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense. I understand.
Like, it's not Hasbro's fault people are taking pictures on the factory floor and sending them out. Like, that seems like weirdly underhanded and kind of sneaky. But like, if it gets this far into production where like people have it in hand, finished product, and we don't know about it, like that.
Unless this guy snuck it out of the factory, snuck one out.
Yeah, I guess.
But there's no way to know, and
Yeah.
And it's probably unlikely, I would imagine. Do we know where it's shipping? Does it say where it's shipping from? Let's see.
It says Burbank right there, unless someone
Burbank, California.
Burbank.
Yeah. Wow. Huh.
I
figured it would be like from Vietnam or something.
It's like a 3-hour drive north.
I wonder if this is one of those cases, like aren't most of the receiving ports in California usually with a lot of this stuff? So I wonder if it may be here and it's just ready to go, and next thing you know, it's going to pop up on Walmart's website on May the 4th or something. So
it'd be one of the things where we had, like, the range shipper will have it on the shelf before Hasbro even
announces it. Yeah. Yeah, it seems like all these Revenge of the Sith packaged figures are Walmart exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
Yep, but so that's kind of wild. Probably the craziest thing that has happened in the Black Series over the last couple weeks for sure. Just you discovered that at like 9 p.m. too, right? That was pretty late, wasn't it?
Yeah. Like I said, I downtime looking on my phone. All of a sudden, boom, there it is, and I'm like, this is pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm. You're a better man than me. I would have posted and said Black Series Cantina exclusive reveal.
Well, and I got to give a shout out to Yak, because when he posted it, he gave me the credit, and that night,
nice.
I gained about. No, you did. No, he posted it first, like immediately after. No, you did. But he gained like 70 followers for me within 10 minutes of him posting.
Oh, hell yeah.
So
nice.
I appreciated that a lot, and I appreciate it. I mean, you guys shared it. There were a couple other Instagram pages that shared it, so it's nice to get my name out there. So
yeah, I always try to give credit whenever I post it. I really don't like when people share stuff and like I'll comment. Like, there was this guy on TikTok that was posting stuff that's I don't know, it looks extremely similar to Landspeeder Luke stuff, just with slight differences, and I'm like, are you like editing Luke's stuff and just calling it your own? Like, that's how similar it looks. I don't know. It doesn't know me when people post stuff and they don't give the credit. Like, they don't tag the original. Like,
I should have put Corellian Collectibles watermark over the front of it. Then we would have been good.
Yeah, there you go. The classic. What's his name? The 5017 set. Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't heard from him in a while, so.
Good.
Yeah, maybe Mike, we should have him on the podcast if he's willing.
No.
Yeah, but you can confront him. You can ask him why. You can ask him. We can ask him how.
I know the answer. I know why. Like, I know why he's doing it. It's obvious why.
True.
Like, he gets the attention. He's leaking stuff. He's the man of the hour. Like, I get it. And I understand it. I just don't like it.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so now that that is out of the way, if you're listening to this podcast and you would like to go buy that for some crazy reason, you can go on eBay and check
by
out
the
that
time
listing.
this goes live to the mass public, it's probably going to be ended.
Well, it ends Sunday night, so
Okay, so never mind. Yeah,
they'll have like a day and a half.
Yeah,
or
maybe
so.
we can get up to 500. I mean, we did wonders for the dragon. Like the dragon funded, it went over 4,000. So fully funded everything on the dragon. So you
Hey,
people
that is
listening.
Yeah, what tiers does this Magna Guard come with if it gets to like $30?
I
Is the
know.
guy gonna throw in something extra?
I know at least 2 people reached out to one person to the show, and another person to me because of our episode. They backed the dragon.
Oh,
so
awesome.
we at least helped out with 2. So that's all I wanted. That's all I needed.
Yeah, and that thing fully back all the tiers
all tiers,
backed too.
yeah.
That's how they did it. It's pretty neat.
Seeing the Magna Guard reach that price made me flashback. I remember, Zach, you shared a post where when Scorch came out, somebody bought the Delta Squad off of eBay for like $300 or something, and your caption just said, "But you won't pay this for a Rancor." And I'm like,
Right?
this is
I
the
forgot
mentality
all about that.
doesn't
That's
make
insane.
sense. That literally popped into my head.
That's it all.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, I'm gonna remake. If this hits 350, I'm gonna remake that post with the.
Please
okay,
do.
So I appreciate that. Honestly, whenever it ends, I'll just post whatever it's sold for and do it. So, I appreciate the callback. That might be one of the best posts I've made, and I totally forgot about it. But it just sucks that everything on that old page, I can't remember. I can't I can't go through it like I used to and remember old stuff. But I'm glad you had that one locked away still.
I don't know why that one stuck with me, but.
I appreciate that. So next week is Star Wars Celebration, and Mike, did we ever confirm whether the stream is Thursday night or for us or something?
No, why would I have confirmed that? Why would you assume that I would do work for this podcast?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I've got things going on. I can look it up real quick. Fill time.
All right, so next week is Star Wars Celebration, and of course, as always, there's going to be a Hasbro panel. We don't know if it's going to be live streamed. It is going to be in Japan. It might just be one of those situations where they don't stream it, but we have somebody on the inside just posting pictures on Twitter or Instagram, and then, we'll find out on Instagram, like, whenever. But it's going to suck. What if it happens like 3 a.m., and we're like, got to stay? I need to see the reveals when they happen, and if it's a Thursday night or something...
It's if I remember right, it's happening Thursday night. Here we go. Hasbro Star Wars panel is at 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. On Friday. So 11:30 a.m. Japan time is what in Eastern time? I'm just gonna Google
3 p.m. probably.
I think it's here we go. So 11 a.m. is 10 p.m. the night before Eastern.
So that works out halfway decent.
Which means it's 7 p.m.
your time
for me.
Okay.
We could, if they're doing a live stream, we could live stream the live stream, give live reactions. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I doubt we'll be able to do it. But we could do like a Friday night kind of dealio, like a Friday recording,
a Friday night pod. Yeah, I mean, I'm down for that for sure. We can just react right after, and we don't even have to do like a full,
we can
like,
react to the two things. We can react to 2 of the things we already know are going to be announced. That's going to be the Andor Trooper, because I tell you what, this is going to be Andor heavy because Andor is going live. Yeah, and the show is going to debut like next week or the week after. So I'm going to guess we're going to get some Andor reveals. I'm 100% positive the Range Trooper is going to be part of this, and I'm also positive the Magna Guard is going to be part of this. Like, I just don't see how they could not announce those two things when clearly they're not just
They're like ready to go.
yeah, they're ready to go.
Yeah. Well, I mean, one has already went. The range trooper
Yeah.
is literally already in your.
Yeah, you can go to
collection.
Canada and just get it. I got mine from Canada. Toy Snowman, shout out, thank you. But yeah, I just that's two of the things that we already know is going to be announced, and the Magna Guard's cool. Can't wait to see more of that. The Range Trooper's fine, but it's kind of boring because we've known about the Range Trooper since last year. Like,
Yeah, exactly. It's
Range
kind of a waste
Trooper-
of a spot.
a little
For
bit,
Celebration.
yeah.
So let's hope they don't announce that one, so it doesn't.
But
take
what
up
if they
a
just
spot.
didn't announce it? And it's just a thing. It's just a thing. Just go get it if you want. Who cares? Like,
That'd kind of be neat. They just do one figure a year that they don't announce. It just randomly
yeah,
pops up.
it's out. It's out there. You can
Yeah.
go find it if you want.
Go to yakface.com to find out
Yeah.
what's coming out.
Maybe we could do a VIP only live hangout while it's happening, and we
Yeah.
can just like chat and
Yeah, Plethos said VIP hangout. and I'm probably
that's not
down
a
for
bad
that.
idea, honestly. I could be doing that.
So
Yeah.
join the VIP tier. If you want to hang out with us while we watch the live stream.
We'll do that Thursday night while it's going on.
So that is cool. But yeah, so Star Wars Celebration predictions. Sebastian, do you have maybe some bold predictions, some less bold, some like things you're sure of that are going to happen? What do you got here?
All right, so I'm going to always say Kyle Katarn until he comes out because that's just that's the kind of person I'm going to be. I'm gonna go off of Yak's source without going too much into detail, but I'll guess that we're gonna get Han and Chewie, we're gonna get Marin, and I have a feeling that we're gonna get Dash because I actually saw a comment with Dash. Somewhere along the line, somebody asked, when is Dash Rendar going to be revealed? And I feel like I saw Yak's response say
Yeah,
celebration.
Celebration. Yeah, celebration.
I'm pretty sure he did. So I don't know. I have a sneaking suspicion this one's going to be TBC heavy versus Black Series this time around.
You think they'd reveal the Han and Chewie over like the Emperor Palpatine mace like heads that we've been seeing for so long?
See, that was my wild card pick as far as what was going to be revealed. Like the Han, Chewie, Marin, and Dash were going to be my like almost I would put money on, and then I would say I don't know. See, I thought the Revenge of the Sith packaging was going to be like a one and done wave. We were just going to get the 5 and then that was it. Now, throwing the Magna Guard in there, I'm saying to myself, I'm like, are we going to get a wave 2? Is that where we're going to get this new mace and Palpatine?
I think we could easily get the new Anakin and Obi-Wan will probably be in that.
Yep.
I'm assuming those will be.
Say that again. Say that just one more. Can you? I didn't hear you.
The new Anakin Obi-Wan.
Ooh, say it again. Ooh.
That's okay, but the Anakin's gonna have old legs, so it's fine.
Yeah, shut up. All right, let's move on.
Now, see, I kind of disagree though. I think at least one of them might be for a May the 4th.
Could be. No, that's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
They got to save something big for May the 4th. So
because I think I remember last year's.
Yeah, they could announce it for May the 4th, but then say it's a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about like in the packaging, like in the
I'm talking about the packaging.
Okay.
Kind of like they did for the Obi-Wan Darth Maul Episode 1 packaging.
Yeah.
Yeah. As far as any random ones go, I don't know. I don't think. I like the frequency that they've been doing the streams, but I'm still curious. Like with Andor coming out now, I know Andor is only lasting like 4 weeks because they're doing 3 episodes a week. I'm curious if they're going to do one of those campaigns for Andor like they do. Like, are they going to do a weekly reveal of a couple products here and there? I don't know. I can't figure out their marketing game plan ever.
Maybe they'll save the Range Trooper for one of those those weekly campaigns. I kind of hope they do that. So like we said earlier, we have the extra spot for another reveal.
Yeah.
But it also would make sense for them to just get the Range Trooper out of the way. Even if it wasn't going to be planned to reveal then, just throw it in at the beginning, get it out, since people are already like getting it on their shelves and all that. But celebration predictions. Do you think they would reveal the colored version of the Ronin android? Like the mainline version at the same time, or do you think they'd wait? They'd probably wait on that. That's what they did for Starkiller, right?
Probably that. So that could be a good May the 4th reveal, honestly, if they did that.
Yeah. Like, yeah, wait another couple weeks. It's weird thinking
you don't want to like cannibalize your sales for something.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's
unless
who knows? They might do it anyway.
They literally released 3 Darth Mauls like at the same time. So
that was
but it is. I was about to say it is kind of crazy whenever you think about it. Whenever you all are saying wait for May the 4th reveals, it sounds like it's so far away because we have Celebration coming up, but then you realize it's literally in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's literally right around the corner.
Yeah.
So gonna be a lot of content to do and stay up on. Next week Celebration, then a couple weeks after that May the 4th reveal. So a lot of reveals coming up.
I think May the 4th is going to be good because I'm looking at, because I keep a list. Last year's May the 4th stream, we got, what did we get revealed? We got no, that can't be right. I feel like we got, because we got like the wasn't that the Phantom Menace 3-pack that got revealed like that morning, and then that was the Yoda and Gree pack, and then they revealed Sidious, and so that one was a really, really good stream. So I think they might go all out. I remember there was a couple of years ago that one where they revealed like the entire season 2 of Bad Batch the day before, and then we were like, "Is that it? Is that all we're gonna get?" And they're like, "Nope, here's like 7 more reveals on the day of," and that was crazy. But yeah, I just think with all the rumors going around, it's gonna be a really good year.
Yeah, let's see here. I'm honing in on May 4th of last year. Maybe if I posted what was revealed. That's May 18th. Yeah, there was a Sidious. The Yoda 2-pack with Gree was revealed during it. Yeah, just an absolute, like, they killed it for May the 4th last year. It was the Darth Sidious. I'm trying to watch my video here. Yeah, Darth Sidious, Enoch 2-pack, the Darth Maul, and the Yoda 2-pack with Gree. Yeah, they absolutely crushed it.
And that was when we got the new Luke and Leia pipeline too.
Yeah.
Yep. And the Dagon, and then the Rebel Fleet and Stormtrooper 2-pack.
Yeah.
So if they do that again, I'll be really happy. Yeah, the 3-pack with, you're right, the 3-pack with Darth Maul and Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon around then. If it's like similar to last time, then I'll be insanely happy. So, but hopefully we get more episode 3 stuff. Of course, that's what I'm here for. But, shocker. But do you all have any last thoughts on Celebration or anything?
I don't think so. Like I feel like we kind of know, but at the same time, I'm just ready for it to be surprised. I want to be surprised a little bit. I'm gonna be razzle dazzled.
Yeah.
Yeah, like reveal a brand new Django or something.
Yep.
Just something fun. I just want to have fun. I just want to have fun with my toys. Is that weird? Is that so hard? Is that so weird to just want to have fun with toys?
I don't know. You tell me.
Is that too much to ask for?
I'll have fun watching the stream and getting some fire reveals. That's for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, let's plan on doing a VIP stream Thursday night, so we can just we'll just hang out. We'll comment. We'll talk. We'll cheer. We'll boo. We'll have some pizza. We'll eat some popcorn. Down some Mountain Dew. Whatever people do. What do the kids do nowadays? I don't know. Throw popcorn at chicken jockeys.
Yeah. They play Minecraft or something.
That's right.
Tuesday.
Yep.
They get the Minecraft meals. So Sebastian has a hard out in 15 minutes.
You keep saying that like it's a condition that he's got. So sorry to hear about your hard out. Sebastian.
Yeah, we gotta stay on schedule. We gotta.
They make medications for that. I just want you.
We gotta be respectful to our guest. But Hall of
Well, I
Fame.
appreciate it.
My uncle died
Sebastian?
from a heart out. Okay.
Oh God. Sebastian, do you have a recommendation for this episode's Hall of Fame figure?
Who do you have on the list?
That's a great
Let's do it.
setup.
Let's go through
That's
it.
a great
I love it.
setup.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even though I had just closed out of Instagram. Go ahead and
Dummy.
share. Well, I thought I was done sharing. So, all right.
You're
add
never done
stage.
sharing.
All right, Hall of Fame. Mike, how about you read it off this time?
Sure. We got Darth Vader from Empire Strikes Back. We've got the Gamorrean Guard. Number 3 is the Scout Trooper with Speeder Bike. Number 4 is Greedo. Nope, you're going the wrong way.
No, I tried to mess you up.
Nope. Number 5 is Dagobah Luke with Yoda, the 2-pack. Number 6 is Fennec Shand. Number 7 is the 2020 Stormtrooper. Number 8 is Count Dookie. Number 9 is the entire Cantina band. Doesn't matter which one. You pick whichever one you want. Same thing. Number 10 is the 2021 Clone Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi. Number 11 is the Return of the Jedi Boba Fett. Number 12 is the Hoth Rebel Soldier. Number 13 is Asajj Ventress. Number 14 is the Snowspeeder, the entire Snowspeeder with Dak Ralter. Number 15 is specifically the deluxe Cad Bane with Toto 360. Number 16 is the ever-present but really good General Lando Calrissian. Number 17 is General Veers. Number 18 is Darth Malgus. Number 19 is the Imperial Royal Guard. Number 20 is Admiral Akbar. Number 21 is the Death Watch Mandalorian. Number 22 is the new R2-D2 mole from 2023. Number 23 is the the Glavis Ringworld Mandalorian. And then the last episode we inducted the Chewbacca C-3PO 2-pack.
Perfect. So those are all. Do you have a suggestion for one you would like to see make the Black Series Hall of Fame?
So I was kind of basing it off of character names that I haven't seen yet on the Hall of Fame.
All right.
And the one that comes to mind is
Do you know
probably,
the rules first? Do you know the rules?
Yes.
Okay.
So this one wound up. I made a video, top 10 Black Series of all time, and it got a lot of heat. A lot of people felt that certain figures should have been on it, and but this one, I don't know. We'll see. But I truly believe that Bespin Han Solo should be in the Black Series Hall of Fame.
Wait, we don't have a Han? Wow,
You know
that's
what?
right.
You know what? I think
I'm giving it to him.
I'm giving it to you. We don't have a Han. We do have a Luke. We don't have a Han, and that is, in my opinion, the best Han. I like it better than the Endor one. I like it better than the original one. Granted, like you said, we might be getting a new one coming up, but it won't be Bespin, and I think the Bespin look is my favorite look.
Yep.
So
mine too.
I will give this to you.
Now, I will only suggest as well maybe the Exogorth Escape one because of the additional, just because I don't know why the pointing hand just made it just made all the difference to me. You know, like I said, I'm a sucker for accessories. If there's a figure that's already out and then they re-release it with a couple extra accessories, I'm getting it. Yeah. But
it's also got the face mask too, right?
It's got the oxygen mask, and I think he came with the hydro spanner as well. So I mean, he's got my vote. He's again top 10 Han Solo. I don't know what it is. It's the same thing. It's my favorite Han Solo outfit. I don't know what it is about that outfit that just makes it so appealing.
Yeah, it just looks like Han Solo. You know,
it does. Yeah,
it's the jacket. I think
it's the jacket.
Because like underneath the jacket is just the same kind of Han Solo, like white T-shirt, those pants, whatever. Like he's wearing the same thing, but that jacket is so sleek. It's sharp. I love it.
So that's it. It's gonna be Bespin Han Solo. Like I'm so down for that. Isn't it on your list? Is that one on your list yet, Mike, for us to consider?
You know what?
I feel like we've had to bring that one up before. I just don't know.
No, he is not on my list. So I like that even better because when someone gives me one that I hadn't considered before, I like that. So I don't have to take anything off, which is good.
So, Mike, who do you have on your list now?
I'm not gonna say now because I've got too many. Okay. But I feel like anytime one mentions it and it doesn't get made, I have to push it back a couple weeks.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we don't want to try to keep throwing. We did that. We kind of did that with like the Goliath Ringworld Mandalorian the other couple episodes ago. We decided to the Clone Wars Obi-Wan, right?
Clone Wars Obi-Wan, Return of the Jedi Boba Fett, and the Glavis Ringworld Mando kept like getting brought up and then pushed back and then brought up and pushed back.
Yeah. We were like, we need to get these all-time bangers like on.
Yeah, for sure.
But I do, while we have Sebastian for 10 more minutes, let's talk about his top 10 Black Series figures of all time.
Oh, here we go.
All right. So, number 10. This is 10 to 1, right? I'm assuming.
10 to 1. Yep, 10 to 1.
All right. So the Thrawn from the Ahsoka series. Ooh, Boba Fett.
You customize your Boba Fett a little bit.
That is the credit collection Boba Fett head. That is the only credit collection figure I have left that I ever considered buying and keeping. So
I mean, it does look good though.
It's a good looking head to go on that body for sure.
Yeah.
Number 8, we have the Darth Maul and Sith Speeder. Wow, top 10 of all time. Wow.
Yeah,
it's a good set. I'll give it to you.
It is.
Yeah.
What do we have? This number 6 now. The Bespin Han Solo.
I think that's
this 7. Okay,
7.
this one's 7. Yeah, with the pointing finger just makes all the difference, for swappable hands. We need more swappable hands in Black Series. Number 6. Ooh, there you go. The Emperor Palpatine, the Amazon exclusive throne set. Absolutely. And then number 5, this is the newer Lane.
Yeah.
I almost said Lane Speeder Luke. Oh, he's in. Nope. Lane Speeder Luke lives rent free in my head, I guess. The newer Episode 6 anniversary Luke Skywalker.
Oh God, look at that blade bend. Oh, I just noticed that now. Oh,
yeah, right there.
Awful. Oh,
I won't say. Yeah.
Oh man. Okay.
Now you got to go fix it. Well, at least it's not as bent as Mike's is now.
Mine's not bent at all.
True.
Mine's snapped. I will say, while we were talking about that, and for a little bit afterwards, I did go to Cubic 3D Print and just order a replacement, because I forgot that was a thing. So shout out to Cubic 3D Print. I've got some blades coming from him now.
Nice. Wait, you don't just have extra Luke lightsabers laying around?
No, I mean I guess I do because I've got a couple Luke Skywalkers with green blades, but no, I don't have extras.
All right, this was number 5. Is that correct?
I think so. Yeah, number 5.
Let's go to the top just to make sure. Yeah. All right. So, and number 4 is Darth Malgus.
Yep.
It's a good one.
Deserving. Yeah, that's definitely up there. Just a beautiful, like this figure. It's okay not to have thigh swivel because the range on the hips is good enough for what you would need the figure to do. It's one of the few instances where I am not upset at the deletion of thigh swivel. All right, top 3 now. Ooh, Empire Strikes Back Darth Vader.
Yep.
Love it. Love it. Good pick. Then we have the Droideka comes in at number 2.
And that was my top one of 2024.
Mm-hmm. And then Mike, do we guess his number 1? I'm going to guess Super Powder Droid. I don't think I've seen this, honestly. So
it's going to be a little controversial, I think, as far as top 1 of all time.
Okay, so I'm wrong.
Bring it on. I'm not going to guess. Bring it on.
Wow, the Glavis Ringworld Mandalorian.
Yeah, it's good. It's
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting.
I don't know. I don't know why. Like when they announced that one, I loved Mando as a show, and I think there's more to it than just that. Just like now, my son is going to be 6 this summer, so being able to introduce him to Star Wars and sit down and just kind of like see the similarities between like the interplay between him and Grogu. It's more of like that like dad raising a kid connection, and I think that's where it kind of hits home with me a lot more. So and that's just, it's a perfect figure. I mean, there's to me there's not one thing wrong with that figure at all.
Well, I think it's a good list. And here's the thing. If anyone hears that list and doesn't agree with it, it's fine.
Yeah.
But it's not your list. It's his list. And that's what matters. He doesn't have, if everyone had the same list, it would be so boring. It'd be super boring.
That is true.
I love it when people have different picks from what I would choose. And like, I probably wouldn't put Thrawn anywhere close to my top 10, but I like that you did. I like that you like it enough to put it on there, because it's fun to see figures like that get some love.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like the only omission that's really popping out to me, like FBD, I understand that not being up there. The Gam Guard, I feel like, it's got to be up there. Like that's like a standard one. I feel like should be up there, but it's not my list.
Especially for the
soft
time.
goods. It's like the sculpt, the soft goods. It has so much paint detail, like all the washing on it. Even like it comes with 2 axes and both axes. And I have like, there's obviously they're sculpted nicely, but they have the paint to make it look like it's been used, like with the brown on it, and the steel looks like it's been worn out.
Yes, Sebastian, let me tell you how you were wrong for not putting that on there.
I'm just giving my opinion.
No, you know what? I mean, in all honesty, what was that? A 2018 figure? When you look at that you could throw that in a it was 2018, 2019, something like that. You throw it in a mural box, nobody would even know.
No,
nobody would know.
Yeah,
I mean every figure on his list,
the knees,
like they're all
like they would have different knees now. I think if they made it now, and it wouldn't have as much paint. I'll say that.
Yeah,
exactly. But well, I think that's gonna do it for us. So Sebastian, thank you so much for hopping on. Sort of, not really at the last minute, but earlier this week. You know, with sort of short notice. No, and it was pretty cool. You found the eBay listing for the leaked Magna Guard. Do you want to tell our listeners like where they can find you on the socials?
Sure. So I'm mainly on my Instagram page. It's at Corellian_collectibles. I do have a YouTube page by the same name. I'm not too big onto YouTube just because I don't have a lot of free time to edit the videos. Instagram is a lot friendlier with being able to just piece the clips together. So I did all of the...
You should start...
yeah.
It's download CapCut, do TikTok.
Yeah.
I'll repost your things. You'll get followers.
I did do reviews on all of the figures that I showed off today, except for the Shadows of the Empire 2-pack. I didn't get around to doing that, but I do the reviews on Instagram, minute segments talking about articulation, paint apps, things like that. I do have the pin page on there as well. I do keep up to date with a Star Wars Black Series checklist. So every time there's a new reveal, I do update that, and the link is in my bio there. I am currently at 946 followers on Instagram. So
yeah, almost 1,000. Let's get there.
Yeah, I will. I am going to do a 1,000 follower giveaway. It was originally going to be the Phantom Menace Darth Maul, like the single figure, but I have decided to up the ante a little bit in the hopes that I'll get more followers. So once I hit 1,000 followers, I will be doing a giveaway for the Phase 1 Clone Captain Rex. I did pick up a second one for the giveaway. Ooh. So if anybody is interested, like I said, once I hit 1,000 followers, I'll be giving more details on that.
You know what? I'll even throw in, give away 2 figures, and I'll give away the second one for you. Just give me their shipping address, and I'll mail it for you.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you.
I'll throw in, let's see, what do I have? Mike, Phil, Tom, I'm going to go see what I have, because I know I have some good stuff.
Sure.
Talk about this Excel, this sheet. Yeah. Sebastian, tell us about this this website you did. Tell our listeners about that.
So it's a Google website. I used all of the glam shots of the in-package shots of the Black Series figures all the way back from 2013 up until now. I did update it recently. Somebody requested to do it. So right now it's going in order from 2013 to current. I have them grouped out by mainline waves, exclusives. The exclusives are grouped by year. So what year they came out, they're all grouped together. So you'll see all the 2019 exclusives grouped together. up at the top, there is a link so you can download the PDF version. So if you want to save it, and I do update that as well. And then there is a secondary tab up in the right-hand corner that I decided to do case breakdowns. So of all the mainline waves, it'll bring you to a second page that if there was ever any cases shipped to stores or available online, it tells you how many of each character was included with the case. So that took a while to hunt some of them down because I wasn't really sure.
A lot of that old stuff wasn't tracked as well as it is now.
Yeah. So it's fun. I mean, I like doing it. It was definitely a nice project for me. So
yeah. So I have something like this that's just a spreadsheet that and it only goes back to like 2019 because that's kind of when I started doing it. But I call this my little tism list. Like I could tell I'm autistic because I care so much about this.
Oh my god!
And just for me, it's fun. It's fun tracking this stuff because it's a good reference for when people come back and like go like, oh, when did this come out, or when did that come out, or like I could tell you, I have the list because I made it.
Yeah, it is a pretty cool website to go through and check out. All right, so I will give away for you, so you can give away 2 figures. I'll give away a sealed Darth Sidious for you.
Oh, cool.
So
that's sick.
Tell your people. And then Black Series Cantina listeners, I do have some more things I do want to do a giveaway on. I have a sealed Droidica I want to give away. So Patreon members, join the Patreon if you want to try to win that. And then I have more things that I will give away. But so for Sebastian's followers, hit 1,000, he'll do a giveaway. He'll give 2 winners, and Sidious will be one of them. And you just give me their shipping address, and I'll get that out to them.
Sure. Yeah, that's awesome. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's going to do it. Mike, where can if we had any new listeners, where can they follow you across the socials?
Sure. I do have a YouTube channel. It's my name, Mike Case, and I did just post my review of Savage Press. And that, for some reason, again, just because my brain works weird, turned into like a third of it just being a backstory on Savage Press. So if you want to learn about that, it's a good chunk of the video. But then I also do review the figure itself. And it's probably my favorite figure of the year so far. And I don't know, it's going to be hard pressed for another figure to kind of get up there. But they have the whole year to do it. So, bring it on. Mm-hmm. So I'm on YouTube. I'm also on Instagram. Mike.case. I'm on TikTok, MikeCase82, I think. Yeah, that's it. You can find me if you want to hear my things.
You can follow me on Instagram at blackseriescantina. You can follow me on TikTok at the Star Wars Black Series. We're over 25K on there now, so we're pushing for 26,000. So go follow me on there if you haven't done so yet. If you want to sign up for Patreon and support us even further, we have a tier for every budget: $2, $5, $11.38 for the Star Wars reference. And then, of course, we have a VIP tier at $25 a month. If you cannot support us financially, we totally understand. Just leave a like, a review, like a 5-star thing on Apple or Spotify would really, really help the podcast. Maybe we can make it to one of them top 1,000 lists one day. If you want to buy some merch, actually don't buy our merch right now because I'm going to have a new place to do it soon.
Yeah,
Teespring's been really terrible.
Don't
right now.
Or anything.
Yeah. I requested our payout like a month ago and I still haven't gotten a dime of it. So we'll see if we ever get that.
Yeah.
Follow us on Twitter at TBS Cantina. It's not really active. I probably need to start using it, but more importantly, join our Facebook group, Black Series Cantina. It is a private group, so there's really not any nonsense that goes on in there, which is refreshing for Facebook groups these days. You will have to answer 2 questions. And if you listen to this podcast, those questions will be very easy for you to know. And then keep the email segment alive, blackseriescantina@gmail.com. Send us your thoughts about the celebration reveals, and we'll be back next week with a VIP stream. And then maybe we'll do like a quick audio podcast to recap the reveals. We'll figure all that out, but we'll see you next time. Thanks for listening.
Bye.